All right, welcome back to another Memecast on the Internet is Awesome YouTube channel. How's it going, TS?
Going good. Still
Excellent.
healthy.
Still healthy? You don't
Yeah.
have the coronavirus or COVID-19 or COVID-19, I should say?
No, I'm good. But that's going to be the topic of our show today because it's everywhere and
Yep.
it's undeniable. So,
Yeah, it's been
as,
talked about too much, so I think we should add to it.
as much as we don't want to think about it.
Yeah,
But yeah, we are a weekly show. It's supposed to be topical. So,
makes sense to me.
okay. So, what I just wanted to talk about something first. And it was
Okay.
because of this article. So, is it okay to make coronavirus memes and jokes? So, obviously, the answer is yes. But
even though the subtitle is so the answer isn't simple. Please explain.
for me, the answer is simple. But this is a mainstream article, so they're going to be take both sides, I guess.
Hmm.
So yeah. Well, anyways, memes are just how people deal with current events nowadays, right? And so, as with any type of humor or joke, it relieves anxiety. But there's always a line. And
Hmm.
so, with the internet, the line is not really there most of the time, but people have common sense. And on this show, we're not going to go into terrible memes either, but
No,
you
no.
have to be careful because some people that just immerse themselves in memes all the day, all the time, that's how they get their news too. So if you're putting misinformation in memes and or being racist in memes or whatever, then that just reinforces your little bubble of crap.
Yeah, and neither of us are racist, or I should hope not. And that's
Not that
certainly
you
something.
know.
Yeah, no, yeah, not that I know. And that's certainly something that I don't think either of us want to push on this. I mean, the one of the goals of this meme cast, as we've defined it, is to have fun. So let's not try to be assholes.
Yeah. And so one thing I just wanted to say is like even governments are using memes nowadays. So in
Okay.
Vietnam, they created a little jingle commercial on TV about washing your hands and how to stay safe.
Was that
Um,
from John Oliver's Last Week Tonight?
I did see it on there, but it's also mentioned in this article about
Okay, okay.
how even governments use this type of thing. And then it caught on. It's so catchy that people started picking it up and making their own versions of this song. And
Okay, because I thought
so
I thought he said that it was in South Korea, but maybe I mean
no, this
maybe
one was in Vietnam.
okay, okay.
There was other things like in China that people are now shaking hands by tapping feet and stuff like that.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. I didn't hear
Okay,
about any of this.
so let's get to the memes.
Let's do it.
So as usual, starting on dig.com, just because they're very reliable, at least to get the viral memes of the week. So this one, before we get into Corona, this is just a meme format. So cycle of my life. And you can see here is I meet someone, we talk, I get attached, they leave, and then repeat.
Okay.
But that's just the format.
Okay.
So now the new one is you actually put something of your own on the bottom there. So it's I meet someone, we talk, it becomes apparent that I committed several war crimes. They leave.
What the hell?
Anyways, this is just the format. And
Okay, okay.
but the funny thing is, actually, I'm going to wait to tell you the funny thing because first we're going to go to the next one. This is going to come back in a second.
Okay.
So this other one is we're going to skip that one because it's political meme. We're not going to go into that today. So the other
Please.
thing is not just coronavirus memes, but CDC memes. This was a big one this time because as the virus hit the US, it had kind of only been simmering in the memeverse, but since it hit the US, it's exploded, right? So
Yeah, yeah.
now we got CDC. I guess they put out some recommendations, and one of them was "Don't
Hmm.
touch your face." So now "Don't touch your face" has become a huge
A
meme
meme.
format.
Hey,
So like,
one thing. How often do we touch our face every day?
I don't know.
Because
That's part of the joke, but
okay, that's yeah. Well, I heard recently it's something like 5,000 or 15,000 times a
oh
day.
wow,
Yeah,
that's
like a
crazy.
ridiculous amount of times.
Yeah.
So I think it's even more ridiculous that the CDC is saying try not to do it when it's such an involuntary action.
Yeah.
Anyways, continue.
Anyways, here's a funny one. Like this guy is saying, "Guess I'll die." And this one's because Mike Pence here, the U.S. Vice President. This was a meme a couple weeks ago too, because it says "Do not touch" and he has his hand on it. So
Yeah. Oh, God.
it's one of them. CDC, don't touch your face.
A man who totally believes in science.
And like you were just saying, how many times did you touch your face today?
Yeah.
And this is from, I think it was from one of the Trump depositions or whatever.
100 times?
More.
200 times?
More.
500 times?
Probably.
100 times?
So like you were saying.
That's funny. Yeah, I like
But
that.
more, maybe like in the thousands.
Yeah.
Here we go. This has been me since the CDC said do not touch your face. With the hands on the face.
That's good.
And cone of shame. Okay, so now putting those two together, we have this meme, which was actually, I've only seen on dig.com, so I think they actually made it themselves. So
Okay.
I meet the CDC, I touch my face. It's a little bit truncated form of the meme because it doesn't have the bottom portion.
Yeah, but it's
I like how it blends the two memes together. So
nice.
yeah, so let's continue into these horrible memes. Okay. So this is, I've seen a few different forms of this one, but same idea. Normal sick people, and it's the Bruno Mars song, "Today I Don't Feel Like Doing Anything." And then people with coronavirus, it's the grand tour. And I saw, do you get this?
Nope.
Basically that everyone that has the coronavirus seems to be like traveling the world. And that's not true. It's just, that's just all the cases that are reported in the West are from people that are traveling. So the joke is that, these people get coronavirus and then they go on a world tour.
Okay.
And normal people is, I don't feel like doing anything today. But, obviously 99% of the people in China are staying quarantined in China or wherever. And I've seen another one like with Mr. Worldwide on the bottom. So there's different forms of this meme, but it's kind of a funny one. So this is a good one. And this is a meme format that's been around this week.
Okay.
So I've seen other versions that are not virus related, but this one is good. So it's like all these really bad viruses, like that have a very high mortality rate: malaria, heart disease, cancer.
Yeah, but cancer's not a virus.
No,
heart disease isn't a virus.
You get the idea.
Yeah,
Because coronavirus is generally kind of like a bad cold,
Sure.
Depends if you have your overall health state, if it's going to be at risk or not. So we got Luigi on the bottom here with the big fat sword.
And it's great because it's at I guess a Comic-Con and Luigi's just a kid. So it's even showing that it's even more ridiculous.
And I guess you could interpret it. You could interpret another way that coronavirus is new, but it also has a big sword because it's deadly. But I don't know. For me, it's like that it's getting blown out of proportion a little bit. But
yeah.
But I don't know. We maybe we feel that way less and less as it starts to spread everywhere, right? So maybe the hype is.
Yeah, I mean, it's good. I've also read like an article or two saying that the probability of most people on the planet actually getting it is quite high, but that doesn't mean that it's going to cause like catastrophic problems, because what is it, like already 50% of those people that got it are cured and they had no real problems. I think the death rate's something like under 3%, which clearly if everybody on the planet gets it, or close to everybody on it's a crazy death toll. But I still think that most of the people that have died from it are the elderly and those that have already had some sort of health implication. So I think the fears are out of proportion.
Mm-hmm. And then there's that, I don't know if you've seen this TV show called The Leftovers, but it's actually based on a kind of a premise that I forget the actual percent, but let's say 3% of the world just spontaneously disappears, and then society falls into chaos. So there's the ultimate fear factor there that would happen because of this. Yeah, that's the other end of the spectrum. But those ideas, it's not a new idea. That shows an older show. But.
Yeah. Well, also, I mean, you don't have to look at TV. You can look at history. Like the bubonic plague killed like 50% or 40% of all of Europe. Like the whole population, like 40%. Imagine 40% of like all of Canada where you're living right now, gone within like a decade or two. Like that happened a couple hundred years ago, of course, where they were, using leeches and the rest of it as far as medical treatment. But I mean, that's happened before. So,
and even in our generation, these come around every
yeah.
several years, but this is the biggest one in a while, but still. Okay, let's go on.
Yeah, let's get back to memes, talking about something funny.
Here we go. Pro tip. You should wash your hands even when there isn't a global virus panic. So cheers. I'll drink to that. And this is a common format too. This guy on the bottom who has like, I don't know what he has. Is it like a salad dressing or something? It's just funny. Anyways.
I like that. I mean, that's sensible and funny.
Continuing.
Yeah.
Summer 2020 gonna be lit. This one doesn't need any explanation.
No.
It's good.
Yeah.
So this is from MEMEconomy. So that means that this meme format is on the rise. You might see more of it, but anyways, It's like the shadow man is sitting there in the reflection, and then this guy with the face mask on. So me singing "Happy Birthday" for 20 seconds, washing my hands, coronavirus. And that's just because people say, sing a song as you're washing your hands, so you take longer to do it.
Yeah. That's good.
When will these memes end? No. Oh, that was the last one. Okay. So here's for some fresh content.
Okay, so no more coronavirus stuff.
No, so a little bit of optimism to end. This is from Wholesome Memes Reddit, which are just memes that make you feel good, that aren't depressing. This is Jim from The Office. You're not starting over. You're starting with experience.
Good face.
I thought that was good for you because you're always starting new.
Yeah, I always constantly start over. It's true.
And this meme format is kind of hot right now. I've seen a bunch with Jim on the whiteboard, so
okay,
want to see more of it.
Good.
Okay, when you say something so dumb and stupid, it hurts both you and your ancestor. It's just funny.
Yeah.
And I like this one because it's quirky. So this is written backwards. Finally, you're the meme. Get it? And the guy on the other side.
Yeah, it's like you're the clone or whatever. Yeah, whatever the thing in the vat is, that's you. I like that. That's smart.
You're the joke.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's it. That's all I have. What was your favorite meme?
One. I think it's in the middle. I can't remember which one. The coronavirus. Wash your hands, even if there is no global pandemic.
Okay. Yeah. Let's see. There we go.
Yeah. I like that. The pro tip.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I like the CDC face ones, so I'm going to say those ones, and especially this one.
That is funny too.
Okay. Yeah. That's
excellent.
all I got. So
all right.
We'll leave it there. Wash your hands.
Well, I'm stuck in here working on my project, so I don't think I'm under threat of getting the coronavirus. Hopefully you and your kid and your family don't get it either.
Yeah. Thank you.
Sure thing.
See you next week.
Yeah, right on. Yeah, and we'll not talk about coronavirus next week because
I'm
tired of it. Unless we get it, and then hey, let's talk about it.
Okay.
Sounds good, man. All right. See you next week.
Bye.